Hey there bromigos, how's it going? I'm Barofist and welcome to another guide. Today we're talking about DK and especially Unholy DK because DK is kind of my main in this expansion basically, and recently the hidden appearance for Unholy DK has been discovered and I've decided to make a guide for you guys, you know, searching and digging through all the things that I found on internet, including macros and stuff, some of my knowledge, some of others people discoveries and stuff. I've basically compiled a guide for you that will save tremendous amount of time for you. So why I'm standing in the garrison, you're gonna ask. First of all, it's a resting zone. We're gonna have to change a talent, and for Unholy DK this is the only talent that you need, you know, like the asphyxiate. I'm gonna go with castigator as well because it gives you 2 festering wounds if your festering strike crits, which is really useful. So get these 2 talents, everything else is irrelevant. So just get castigator and asphyxiate while you're standing in the garrison. If you don't have garrison, just use Dalaran. However, there is second reason why I'm in garrison, and that's this Lieutenant Turn, which is mission specialist and also allows me to enter the proving grounds, or basically I can queue up to the proving grounds through this guy. There is also maybe another way how you can actually queue up for the proving grounds, but I found this way to be most convenient for me. So if you don't have garrison, you should probably like search how you can actually go through the you know, to the proving grounds. However, I have the garrison, so I'm gonna use this stuff. Let's go to the proving grounds and continue with the guide. Those 2 talents are the first requirement you need for this thing to work actually better. So the second thing you need, it's actually artifact knowledge level 6. How you can check your artifact knowledge? It's you open up your character, right click, shift right click on this artifact, and you can see my artifact knowledge is level 7, but you have to have level 6, so therefore we are cool. So the next thing you need to do, it's you need to have is 3 macros that you're gonna find in the link in the description, guys. There is a link that I'll make a forum post about this on the umren.tv, and you can check that forum post, and there will be like lots of macros and you know, text and stuff that you will need for this guide, and also there is a string that I'm gonna show you later for the add-on that basically. So yeah, just follow the link in the description, check out the macros that we're gonna discuss now. How you can actually make a macro, it's press escape to summon your game menu, or you can click on this question mark here, right, in the micro menu, and go into macros, or you can write /m in the chat, and it will also open up your macros. First macro you're gonna need is the Apocalypse macro, that also summons Apocalypse. It's the same macro as Apocalypse, but there is also addition to it that tells you if the guy. So what this how this hidden appearance for DK actually works. Basically, every time you summon Apocalypse, every time you use the Apocalypse spell, you have a chance out of those 8 or 10 or 8 or 2 or 5 goals, depends on how many festering wounds you have on your target. One of those goals to be an orc that will, when it dies, it drops a tome, and that tome will lead you to some other things later that we'll discuss in another part. But for this part, just remember, you need to summon your, you need to use your Apocalypse, and it might summon an orc that will give you the tome. So that's basically how the hidden appearance works or drops. So this Apocalypse, this line of the Apocalypse macro does tell you the true or false, whether you summon the guy or not. So basically you don't miss it and you just rage, go out, and the guy actually drops and you miss it. And yeah, so basically it will tell you, whenever you use Apocalypse, it will tell you, alright, it's false or it's true. If it's true, that means that yay, you got the hidden appearance. If it's false, you need to try again. So that's the first macro. The second macro we're going to use, you're gonna find these macros in the links as I said before. So the second macro we're gonna use, it's the dialogue guy. The dialogue with that you need to do with this guy in the proving ground. I think the same. This guy is the same for Horde and Alliance, Trial Master Rotun. If it's not, just change this line here /star and change this name into the guy that is basically for Horde. I think it's the same guy, but if it's not, just yeah. The next thing you need to change in this macro is this 4 number here. For me it's 4 because I've done this proving grounds before, but if you have never done this before, this might, you know, look a little bit different, and you need to find the line that says start basic tank bronze. For me it's 4, and that's the number 4 there. If it's for you 2, then you change that number to 2 and it will work same as well for you. The next macro you need is Death Grip macro that will target the guy that will pop up here and it will grip for you. So you're gonna also make this macro. How you can make macros, just click new, type the name, okay, paste the things that I have in the forum, and that's pretty much all. Then you just drag this macro and place it into your dead grip keybind that you're using, or you can use completely different keybinds, but I think that it's better if you just use the same ones. Just remember, guys, after you've done with this stuff, replace the macros back in the same as they were before, you know, because this dead grip basically will target the guy, and except for this guy you cannot target anything else, because if I want to, for example, target this guy and grip it, it will not work. I mean, maybe it will work, I don't know, but just replace them back. Anyway, so those are the three macros you need. There is another thing that you need. It's called a keybind that will allow you to interact with this guy without right-clicking him. You know, without using right-click. You see, that's the macro that I'm basically clicking on my keyboard. So how you can do that? You need to go to keybinds. You need to go to targeting. And you need to find something called interact with target. I'm going to use here I. Just remember I. I'm going to use I. You can put whatever you want. So this I'm going to call I macro. Alright, and the macro that targets the guy and starts the dialog, I'm going to call U, because I'm using the U keybind for that. So I have U, I, U. Alright. Those are the three macros you need, and the keybind you need. Just make them, and make sure to not use any keybind that you're using for spell before, so you don't mess up your UI. However, you need the next thing that you will need is the Festering strike tracker. How many Festering wounds you need on your target. You can do that through Blizzard frame. Go into interface, names, go select larger nameplates, and always show nameplates. I think this is not required, but just select it just in case, you know, yeah. Anyway, Festering wound, you have to have 8 Festering wound on the target to summon 8 goals, and that's the maximum amount of goals you can summon with one Apocalypse. So 8 is the maximum. You see, this is the Blizzard tracker, this is my add-on tracker, and this is another add-on tracker. I'm just gonna use all of them just so I can show you how you can do it. I will not go into details, but basically when you have 8, use Apocalypse and it will tell you false. You know, that means that the guy that we need, it's not summoned. However, that is the tracker from Blizzard. So, what is the position that you need to use here? You see this circle on the ground here in front of this guy? Well, you just go left from it and stay basically on this cross pretty much. Just a tiny bit left. There you go. So you're in the range to talk with this guy. If you can talk, that's the right positioning. See, I cannot talk here. If I go a little bit left, I can talk. So, what is the strategy here? How we can actually do this stuff? How we can apply this into practice? This is how we can do that. We have U macro that targets the guy. We have I macro, not macro, keybind that interacts with target. And we have U macro, the same macro, that actually opens the dialog and select the things for us. So, basically this is what you do. U, I, U. Automatically, everything is automatic. Then when this timer goes to like 2, start spamming the dead grip macro. And now, no matter how much damage you do to the guy, if you don't stun him, he will escape and start attacking the monk girl there, you know, that starts to kill you. Try to kill you. So, you need to do like grip, stun, Festering strike, Festering strike, Festering strike until you get 8 Festering debuff on the target, or wounds, and then you start summon Apocalypse. However, I'm gonna yield here pretty quickly. To yield also you need to do like UIU. So basically UIU starts the this stuff, and UIU ends this stuff. So this is what we do. Let me just show you how fast or slow this is. So UIU, alright, waiting for the guys. There is no sometimes there is no timer here, so you need to guess or just click the grip macro all the time. It grips, stun, Festering strike, 8 wounds, Apocalypse, UIU. There you go. That's what you need to do. UIU, dead grip, stun, Festering strike, UIU. Master this stuff, guys. It usually takes me 20 to 25 seconds to do one try. Usually it took me, before I knew this stuff, it usually take me like 30, 35, 40 seconds, because people are trying to do this with like the damage or with the healer or something, I don't even know. But this is the right way how you can do it, and this is the fastest way how you can do it. I mean, that's pretty much covers everything that I wanted to talk with you guys here. Make sure to summon to use Apocalypse on 8 Festering Wounds or 7. I think when the stun expires, sometimes the mob will run away from you because you don't have enough threat on him. Sometimes it will not, depends on your gear. But when the stun expires, that's when you use Apocalypse. On 7, 6, you know, Castigator basically means that every Festering strike might apply 2 wounds on target, and that's really, really good. So, also, that's pretty much why I told you to use these talents, and I told you on the start. I will explain later, so I explained now. So basically, we're done. So yeah. Anyway, woo! That's this guide, guys. If you have any questions or anything at all, feel free to ask me in the comments below, or use the forum to make your post or something there. Register there, say hello to the community. It's pretty cool if you do that. I will know you, and we're gonna actually communicate. Anyway, that was all, guys. Hopefully it helped you. It helped me a lot, you know, all this research and all this stuff that I've learned and I've applied to my own farming helped me. However, the next part will be where I will show you, when I get this stone, I will show you how the teleporter in the Ice Crown Citadel works, how you can actually kill the mini-boss, how the appearance looks like and everything like that. But for that, I will need to actually farm this for 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 hours. I don't know how much it will take me, but as soon as I get it, I'll make another guide called part 2 about this stuff, and hopefully it will help you as well. So, guys, I'm really glad if I helped you, and if you like this video, please, if you feel like it deserves a like, feel free to like it, below there's a like button, and also subscribe for the next part. And also, I will be posting a lot of gold guides, profession guides, leveling guides, and lots of other things about Legion and about the game generally, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video, guys. Until then, I've been Umre, your host, forever your bro. Love you much, guys, no homo, but ofist, and until the next time, guys, stay cool, listen to your parents, and Umrenov.